Two of my favorite stories that showcase the type of mental fortitude it takes to overcome being the victim of slavery and the recipient of its mental inferiority complex. In other words, a scared Negro. Frederick Douglass, the great black abolitionist, he tells the story of his aunt and others being viciously lashed by the whip by white plantation owners for their simplest infraction. He determined at a very young age that he wouldn't tolerate or settle for that in his life. So, as a teenager, he quickly gained the reputation as a troublemaker and a non-compliant. Whenever a black person shares that fear factor mentality, they are quickly labeled as a troublemaker. When people like Medgar Evers, who wasn't afraid to confront the Southerner bigot regime and their racist system, they labeled him a troublemaker. Anyone who is labeled a troublemaker must be dealt with and shown their place in this racist society. That is what happens to every bona fide black leader, and it will happen to you. Frederick Douglass, owner, felt that Frederick needed to be shown his place in society. So he sent him away to a plantation where the overseer specializes in breaking stubborn and non-compliant slaves. This middle-aged, cruel white overseer didn't know at the time, but would soon find out that he would be in the fight of his life. It occurred during his first so-called episode when he would show young Frederick his place in society. It took place in the barn. He came in the barn with his strap, and before he could take a swing, young Douglas took hold of his neck and held him against the barn door with his feet barely touching the ground. And it was at this moment he recognized this one here is a little different. When he held him up against the barn door and looked him in his eyes and saw a pinch of fear in his eyes, you all must come back and hear how this snake supervisor tried to show me my place and how she learned that this one was different.